Hey folks, welcome to Part 5 Bricks. Hope you're all well. In today's video, I'm going to discuss something that just isn't getting covered in other videos, and something which isn't being made clear to people. And it's the real reason the Technic V-22 Osprey set was cancelled, and there's a lot more to it than you think. Yes, it's been widely reported that there was a small protest in Germany outside the Berlin Lego store. The German Peace Society, yes, they did indeed protest and they made an online petition, but this is not actually why the set was cancelled. Lego were committed to releasing this. Sets had already been shipped. Some retailers have even been allowed to sell their stock, as it was due for release in a matter of days. So if it wasn't a protest, then what was it, and why did Lego allow itself to get so far down the line and then have to pull the plug? Well, it all actually boils down to legal technicalities with Boeing and Bell and the violation of Lego Group's own principles, and in particular, this is a breach of the rules which Lego Group stakeholders have signed up to. You have to remember that this breach is very, very serious. I keep hearing people saying, oh, it's because this is a military vehicle and that's why, but no. There are some very influential people within Lego Group's investors and stakeholder scheme, and many of them are absolutely not allowed to directly, or in this case, indirectly fund US arms companies. And in the eyes of Danish and German law, Boeing and Bell are indeed US arms companies. Lego isn't a public trading company, it is a privately owned company, but these individuals have to obey certain laws and financial regulations. It doesn't matter if you as a fan can argue about Indiana Jones sets, Cowboys and Indians, or even Star Wars. You are missing the point. Lego have used the no depictions of realistic modern militaria in non-fantasy reason in their press release as an excuse. But do you really think they're that stupid? It's totally irrelevant that the V-22 is a military transport aircraft. It's nothing to do with that this time. It is the relationship between Lego and Boeing and Bell that is the key here. And yes, we all know that Mercedes and Land Rover make some military vehicles, and Lego have a relationship with them. But in the eyes of Danish and German law, Mercedes-Benz and Land Rover are not arms companies, and therefore no rules about investment and profit sources have been broken with the deal with Lego. With the V-22 Technic set, you have to understand that Lego Group will be paying Boeing a fee for the license, and they'll be likely in a percentage-based deal of wholesale prices in the sets that are released and not just purchased. So that's potentially hundreds of thousands of Danish krona going to Boeing in the course of the set's run, and potentially more Boeing sets in the future. This is incompatible with Lego Group's key principles and for the stakeholders' financial interests too. It might even be illegal for them to benefit from such a deal. Now, what happened is that once the German Peace Society lobbied Lego Group, it was the German press who went after the stakeholders and highlighted the legal problem of supporting US arms companies, and that's why they caved in. Many newspapers carried the story. It was widely discussed online in Germany and Denmark, on the radio as well, and for some time too. And don't forget, the German market is absolutely ginormous for Lego. You think the US and China is important, and it is, but Germany is the oldest and the #1 market for Lego, and they work very, very hard to please them and keep the brand strong and the company's family and ethical image intact. Everything gets released here first. Things we don't even know about get released in Germany. A huge chunk of the workforce is German. The relationship with Lego is incredibly strong, and that also goes politically and financially as well. So we must not be so naive to not understand this. The US is also unfortunately incredibly unpopular politically in Germany, and the very idea of a beloved toy brand paying millions of krona to an American arms company is very, very, very bad press for Lego, and it's just not worth them taking the hit. I'm certainly not making a political point myself. This isn't about Trump or the presidential race, and Lego isn't full of liberal snowflake pacifists either. It's simply that the legal department at Lego thought they had a watertight deal with Boeing, and they actually don't. Lego has now been forced to sever all ties with the US company, as they now see that not only will it be unpopular in its core market, but they could face legal action if their employees and stakeholders benefit from the deal. No depictions of realistic modern militaria in non-fantasy settings is of course part of this, but it's financial regulations and working alongside a US arms company that are the real reason for the set being cancelled. Let me know in the comments what you think about it all, and do you think brands like Kobe should produce a lot more modern military sets, and would you buy them? I actually think they're pretty cool, and they're not just flat out ripping off Lego designs like Lepin. So hey, if you enjoyed my video and want to check out some of my other videos, then click on the playlist here, and why not subscribe to the channel for future Lego content and hit the notification bell too. I'm still finding my feet with YouTube, and I really appreciate it if you made it this far. So catch you next time, bye.